This man has licensing where one of 1,400 people in the US has. Four-time debate champion. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And we got him here to shed some light on our group. Thank you, Mr. Logan. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if we can show Mr. Logan some love, type 1 in the chat.
Welcome.
I'm going to go on and hand this mic over. Here you go, Mr. Logan.
All right, thank you. And if you could spotlight my video for everybody. If you can see me and you can hear me, let's type some 5s in the chat before I get to talking, because I want to make sure that everybody can hear me well, you can see me well. Hello from not so sunny California. I wasn't expecting it to be so cold out here. They told me I brought the cold with me from the Midwest, apparently. But I'm so honored and grateful to be here. And it was truly indeed a pleasure to spend time with you as well, James, and your beautiful wife, and you guys to indulge me with your time listening to our vision for how we believe we're going to change the world as a team. But first, James, let me share some roses back to you for the incredible job you are doing with galvanizing your team and empowering people with the information that BFX Standard has to offer. And I'm one of those types of people. I like to give my roses up front. So if you would join me in typing some $signs in the chat, that's how we give virtual hand claps in my classes, to your leader, Mr. James Wiggins, for an exceptional job he's doing with helping us share our truth, helping us share our mission, and helping us share our vision to those that are here, but also empowering you to go out and to empower other people, because we truly have a mission that I'm going to talk about today with you today. So I wanted to take time, James, and just thank you for the work that you're doing. And like I told you, any way that we can support you, we're going to support you as you have been doing in supporting us. Additionally, I want to shout out Kirsten Burns and Jalen Edwards for also doing an incredible job of just kicking butt out here as far as sharing the opportunity with people. Listen, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my background. I'm going to spend some time kind of talking about how I got here. But one of the core reasons that I chose this path is because I believe that we could put together high quality, high value education, and we can share that with the masses. Well, you can't do that if you're not sharing. Does that make sense? Everybody type some 1s in the chat. If you're not sharing, right, it doesn't matter how good something you have. It doesn't matter how good it is if people don't know about it. So I just wanted to pause for a second and thank Kirsten and also Jalen for really crushing it. They're doing an incredible job. They're definitely creating a mold that other people will be able to model from a marketing standpoint and sharing the opportunity. I'm grateful that you're helping us get the word out and get the message out and get people in. So who the heck am I? And I'm not sure if everybody knows who I am. So I'm going to pause because I don't want to assume anything. And I want to take an opportunity, at least for a few minutes, to tell you about the guy that's standing before you, because I think it's important that you understand who's leading you, and in some instances, who's going to be teaching your people. My name is Courtney Logan, Esquire, CTA. I am what I tell people, I'm a recovering attorney. Just like, my mom went to AA and my dad went to AA. I'm in AA for law. That's where I cut my teeth. That's where I got my start. It was everything law related, and it wasn't that I always wanted to be an attorney. What happened was in undergrad, I joined the debate team first time, never did it in high school. I had a level of success. We won 4 national titles. And at my school, since we had that level of success, you kind of had 2 options. Either you were going to go in political science and you were going to politics, or you were going to go to law school. And that ended up leading me to law school. I went to St. Louis University School of Law. There I won another national championship in moot court, first one in the history of my law school. And after that, I went out and became a prosecutor. All right. And that's a really interesting divergence in my life, because when I went to law school, I told myself I would not do anything in criminal law. I had no interest in doing anything in criminal law. And that was because I grew up in crime. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. My mom was a drug addict. My dad was an alcoholic. My brothers were drug dealers. I grew up in crime, and I didn't want to re-victimize myself by going back into that environment in such a way as a prosecutor. But I was convinced that I could help a lot of people from my community if I was a person on the other side of the table. Now, some people from the hood called me a sellout. I'm just going to tell y'all straight like it is. They called me a sellout. They say, you working for the man now. But I started to understand I had more power to help people on the other side of the table than I did on the side of the table that they were sitting on. So I chose that route. I became a prosecutor. I spent time doing that. I went out to some, after I did that for a little while, I went to some corporate law firms, worked at some firms, worked at some bigger firms, and the opportunity to serve kept coming back up. So then I went and I was offered the opportunity to become city manager of my hometown. All right, I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. You can Google it, you can look it up. If you don't know nothing about it, it won't take you long to figure out that I wasn't spoon-fed anything in my life. And in fact, we got it the hard way. Okay. So it was either stay at the law firm, make a lot of money, because that's what I was doing, or I had another shot to go to my hometown, take over my city, the place that robbed me of some of my hopes and dreams, the place that murdered my brother, the place that turned my mom into a drug addict, the place that forced my dad to become an alcoholic because of the conditions and circumstances he was living in. I had an opportunity to go run that, or to make more money. And I chose to go back home to become city manager of my hometown. And that was a very, very humbling experience, because the things that I took for granted, I started to understand why the kids in my hometown didn't have recreational centers, and why they didn't have the opportunities afforded to other more affluent communities. And a lot of it dealt with adults who were greedy and who misappropriated funds for decades. It was very, very heartbreaking to understand that the reason my skating rink closed down when I was a kid was because somebody spent the money on something they wanted to do instead of looking out for me. So I spent time doing that. And after a while of doing that, and I promise you, it was probably one of the greatest experiences of my working career, I took an in-house counsel job working for a military and law enforcement technology company as their chief legal officer and vice president of government relations. So in that job, I ran and put together an entire legal department, and I lobbied across the country. I wrote law. I literally wrote and drafted law, and I lobbied on behalf of the company from state to state to state. I literally had I had lobbyists that worked for me in all of these different states that I was managing. I was also putting together the legal department, had all these law firms that I was managing. It was a really, really, really big position, and I learned a lot in that position. And that's when I stumbled into trading, because I was like, well, how in the world does this deal with trading? It's all important. It's going to coalesce here in a second. Just go with me. So I stumbled into trading because my buddy was in IML, and he said, hey man, I know you're busy, but all you have to do is put your money in the auto trader, and the auto trader is going to trade for you. You ain't got to do nothing. I was like, I ain't got to do nothing. I said, bro, I ain't got no time. Like, I'm a lawyer and I'm running a legal department. I'm traveling state to state doing all this work. I don't have time to do really anything. I know you're dealing with a lot of people that don't have time too. So this is going to resonate. Some of you might not have time, and that's going to be okay too, because we got an answer for that. So he said, just put your money in and just let it do its thing. You ain't got to do nothing. That was the auto trader that IML got in trouble for because it was illegal. They got in trouble by the CFTC, and I actually had to shut that down. So I put my money in, and of course it didn't do anything like it's supposed to. But what got me is I was fascinated that this market existed, this foreign exchange market that I had never heard of before. It existed. And I'm like, wait a minute, how in the world does a $6.6 trillion per day, every single day, that's how much money moves in the foreign exchange market every day, how does this market exist? And I am now, after everything I told you, all of the levels of education, all of my championships, I've been all in the newspapers, all on the news, blah, 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 and I had never heard of it. How is that possible? That's my question I pose to you today. How is it possible that there's a $6.6 trillion market that floats around every single day, and the majority of the people do not know about it. Well, I'll tell you why that's possible, because it's intentional. There's no way that's possible. The foreign exchange market is the most liquid financial market on the entire planet. Say it one more time. It is the most liquid financial market on the planet. How is it possible that I didn't know? How is it possible some of you still don't know? How is that possible at the age you sit here today? How is that possible? Well, the only way that's possible is if that is intentional. Well, why would that be intentional, Courtney? Well, what if I told you you can fund a Forex account with $40? What if I told you you can fund a Forex account with $100? What if I told you there was a pattern day trading rule that if you don't have $25,000 in your stock trading account, you can't trade stocks? What would you say to that? Well, I would say that means the foreign exchange market offers us an opportunity in a low barrier to entry for a lot of people that have been traditionally left out of financial system. Do you agree? Type a 1 in the chat. Do you agree with that? That's my synopsis based on my understanding now is that the foreign exchange market and these types of trading vehicles give average everyday people a shot of even the playing field. Holy shit. How, where in the world have you been all of my life when my dad, mom, brothers, sisters were struggling? When my brothers had to go out on the block and get it the hard way, they could have had their cell phones. That's a paradigm shift. That's a paradigm shift. My brother, I sat through a DEA drug raid. And when I wrote my book is called Shaped by Fire. I'm not plugging a book or anything like that. I need you to know it exists, just in case you want to learn more about me. I had an opportunity to interview my brother. My brother was he was a drug kingpin. He wasn't a drug dealer. He went on the block. He was moving keys. Like he was moving a lot of dope. All right. James, this is the real conversation, right? You didn't warn me.
The real.
That's not the corporate one, right?
No, this is the real.
All right, cool. All right, so all right. So I had an opportunity to interview him. And I said, now just be honest with me. If you had a chance to go back and talk to your 19, 18, 17-year-old self, the one that was out there getting it, what would you tell him? What would you say to you? What would you say to you then that would have stopped you? And actually, and this is a straight A student. Like he's brilliant. Brilliant. What would you say? See, they've turned all of our businessmen to dope dealers, but I'm not gonna go there. What would you say to you? He said, Courtney, nobody ever told me about college. I didn't even know what it was. He said, if they would have just told me what it was, if somebody would just pause long enough to tell me what it was, I would have chose a different path. And I'm thinking in my head today, like, bro, what if I could have told you, you could have flipped, you could have flipped everything on your phone? Like, what if you could have got on the computer, bro, and made 15 times as much and never had to get your hands dirty or hold a gun in your pocket? Blown away. So this kind of really, for me, became more mission oriented than it was just about the dollars. I was making $250,000 as a attorney with a housing allowance, car allowance, blah, 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 blah. And I barely did any work, to be honest. I answered the phone calls and I managed lawyers that was doing the legal work. I didn't do no legal work. I didn't have to. I was the in-house counsel. But this foreign exchange market really opened my eyes to the idea or the concept that there are people left behind, and some of those people look just like me, and some of those people are from places just like mine and had zip codes just like mine and had mothers and fathers stuck in the same cycle of poverty, crime, and violence. And maybe, just maybe, if I chose the people one more time, if I chose the people just one more time, maybe this is the time and this is the opportunity and this is the vehicle that people have been longing, asking, begging for. Maybe this foreign exchange thing, because that's all it was for me then, maybe this is the thing that can unlock a lot of lives and a lot of hopes and dreams. So I dove in. And I decided that if I was going to do this, I wanted to be one of the best that did it. If I was going to dedicate my energy, my time, and my efforts to becoming a quote unquote trader, that this is what I wanted to be. And I wasn't going to turn my eyes this way when they start screaming and that way when they start screaming and get excited about what everybody else was doing everywhere else. I was going to keep my eyes on my own paper. And I was going to understand this in and out, round and round, from an institutional perspective, from a management perspective, from a trader's perspective. I wanted to know it all. So I went on this quest, because that's what it feels like. I almost lost my marriage over it. I literally almost lost my entire family over it, because you have to understand, anybody that's crazy enough to go far enough, you become obsessed. I wasn't just doing this, right? This had became life to me, to the point it almost cost me everything in my life. See, there's a price to pay. There is a price to pay for excellence. There's a price to pay. There's a level of sacrifice that must be made for excellence. And the reality is most people are not going to make that sacrifice. They're just not going to do the work. So while everybody else was selling courses and slanging events and, doing all this stuff, I was reading books. I was studying the craft. I was buying more courses and trying to understand, and I was getting more help, and I was looking into this, and I interviewed to get in that firm so they could teach me. And then I was partnering with a firm over in London, and I was going to go. They were actually going to pay for me to come to trade on their trading floor for 6 weeks, but then COVID happened. I was trying to figure out, how do I become the best me possible? I wasn't trying to match nobody else's vibe. I was creating my own lane, my own path, because I was on my way to wherever God had called me to be. And that was whatever he had created inside of me. And I wanted all of that out of me. I didn't want a piece of that. I didn't want a fraction of that. We get one life. I want all of it. So I just went on this long journey of really, really developing my craft. And I equated, for me, right, I equated it to, you've been to law school, right? No lawyer I know, and this is what's been really interesting to me in this space, and I fell victim to it too in the beginning. No lawyer I've ever met, the first day of law school, asked to go to a courtroom. No med student that I've ever met asked to do brain surgery on the first day of med school. No electrician that I've ever met before in my entire existence on the first day of class said, let me go play with them hot wires. But for some reason, in this space, this Forex and crypto MLM space, people are convinced that all of a sudden, just because you open up a book or you went through 2 classes, you're proficient enough to do the thing. And it doesn't exist anywhere else. We were talking last night. We have rationalized the irrational. And it don't look irrational until you take a step back and you take a step out of it. Like, damn, I wouldn't have done that any other place. Any other thing I've ever done before, I would have tried to learn about the thing before I tried to do the thing. And I don't know why this is different. So we're trying to bring some realism, real Forex training. This R stands for real. We're trying to bring some realism to the market. That's what my academy is about. That's what the work and the education in our institution and our educators, that's what that's about. It's about truly learning, right, the craft for those that want to learn. All right. So I stand here today and I'm still on my quest. I don't like, people master trade. I don't even like that term, because I've not met many master lawyers. I've not met many master. I just think those terms are retail oriented terms. I don't know traders on Wall Street that call themselves master traders. I've not met one. I've met traders on Wall Street, but not that go by those terms. So I don't accept those terms. My traders don't accept those terms. I don't believe in those terms, because the reality is we're all on a journey and a quest to master what we're doing. And the reality is it is a journey, not a destination. because the market is always changing, which means we should always be changing, which means we should always be getting better. And until you can master that, which you can't master the future, because if we knew it, we would all have crystal balls. We really can't master. We can only become proficient. So, so I wanted to take it a step further, and I said, okay, I'm here. I understand. I'm proficient. I understand what I'm doing. But what else? What is my next level of elevation? What do I do next? And more importantly, what have people shied away from doing because it was hard? And for me, that's where the licensing came in at. I said, well, look, it's not that people without a license can't trade. That's not what it is. I've never said that. You will never hear me say that if a person doesn't have a license, they can't trade. I'll never say that, because it's not true. But I wanted to understand that if I'm going to stamp my fingerprint on this market and say I was here, and you can go back 4 or 5 years of videos of me, and you will hear me say on all of those videos, you can go back and say, I will be a legend in this space. Then, not because of what I had done, it was more about what I was willing to do and the price I was willing to pay. Then, they're on my Facebook page. You just scroll back far enough, you will see. You will hear me say that out of my mouth. I will be a legend in this industry. I will be a legend. And that wasn't me being boastful. It wasn't being arrogant. It was my understanding I'm willing to pay a price other people are not willing to pay. So the licenses for me were next. And the licenses was not, in some instances, really about me. It was because I had never met anybody with them. I couldn't understand how I'm around all of these years, all of this time, and I've not met one person that holds a legitimate license in the space, but everybody's doing it. I couldn't figure that out. It didn't make sense to me. And maybe it's because I'm a lawyer, maybe because I went to law school and I passed 2 bar exams, I'm licensed in federal court. Maybe it's because I went through that entire process. That just made sense to me. Somebody can be holding a piece of paper somewhere, somehow. But I couldn't find a piece of paper. So I started to research to understand, well, what pieces of paper in this space should a person, if they were to acquire it, what would they have? And the only Forex related license that exists from FINRA is the Series 34. It's the retail off exchange. Now, it doesn't allow you to do much. It's the exam. I'm just giving you all the down and dirty. It's the exam that you take so you can be an associated person for a fund, and you can actually talk to customers and sell them Forex products for the firm. That's what the retail off exchange Series 34 is. That's all it is. All right. So it allows you to go work for a brokerage, a firm, a hedge fund, whatever it is, and it allows you to talk to customers about their Forex products and sell it to them. And in order to sell that, you have to understand what Forex is. It's the only exam that I can find that was Forex related. So I took it. Passed it the first time. Studied for 4 weeks. And I passed it. I said, okay, got the first license under my belt. What's next? Series 3. 4 times bigger and probably 20 times harder. All right. And I hired just to get, we're talking about a price, right? Because everybody's going to have a choice and everybody's going to have to pay a price. I want you to tell you what my price is. And I need you to understand, I need you to understand me being here is not some small thing. And the only way you can get that is for me to take you through this journey. So I go down the Series 3 route and I start looking at the material and say, holy crap, this is harder than the bar exam. It's more material here than the bar exam. I've taken 2 bars. I understand how to study for that. And I've passed 2 bars and I passed them on the first time, both times. And I'm looking at these materials. I'm like, man, this is really hard stuff. So I am not lying. I can show you the receipts. I hired 3 tutors, price. And I bought 2 courses, 2 individual courses, price. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars preparing for the Series 3, hundreds of hours preparing for the Series 3. Read the book frontwards and backwards, practice, 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 practice. and I failed the test. I failed the test. Not only did I fail the test, I posted my results online the day I failed the test for complete transparency. See, because when you're in search of something real, you don't have to hide what's real. See, the truth needs no explanation. I posted the day of. I failed the test. You know why? Because people need to understand that life is not all roses at the top. People need to understand that you're human too. People need to understand that you fail just like everybody else fail. You lose like everybody else lose. The difference is what happens next. What are you going to do about it now? I lose too. I take losses too. It ain't easy for me either. I'm tired too. I didn't want to be up this morning. I didn't want to get up. I want to sleep. We all have those choices to make every single day. We have choices to make. And I registered for the next test that day. I registered for the next sitting that day. I failed the test, posted my results, and about an hour later, I was registered. I had to wait 6 months or whatever it was. It was a waiting period that I had to wait. And I got close to the next test and I wasn't ready. I didn't feel ready, so I didn't take it. I didn't take it because I felt like I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. And when I did take it again, when I pressed the submit button on that exam, I would have swore to you up and down that I failed that test. I thought I failed that test. I passed that test. And I can't tell you, for me, one of the greatest feelings in the entire planet was passing that test. Because I understood with the Series 3 and the Series 34, I would be able to register as a CTA, a commodity trading advisor, and I had never met one. I still have not met one. I know they exist. I know they're out there, but I had never met one. And I had been in all these rooms and all these marketing events with all these traders and all these people. And I just figured at some point I would meet one. And I never met one. So you know what? I became one to ensure that people like me that's trying to do things like I've done can never have the excuse or never be able to say that they've never met one. I still haven't met one. But you have the luxury to actually be listening to one. See, in life, we do get to a point of maturation where we understand that things are not about us. Some things are really not about us. Some things are truly for other people. I'm still trying to meet one. I'm still looking for a Black one. If you know one, I want to meet him. Tell you straight up. I want to meet him. I want to sit down and talk to him. I want to chop it up with him and everything. But you get to look at one. You get to talk to one. You get to listen to one. And I wanted to ensure that that was the case. So that's been my journey. I also hold a certification in trading and market analysis from the London Institute of Banking and Finance. That was one of the first things that I got. I've studied at professional firms. I've done a lot of things. And now I found myself out of the trader role back to a corporate position, which I find very fascinating because it seems like all of the things that I've done into this moment, I've kind of taken you for a small journey through that, has coalesced in order to make this moment possible. I have leadership experience. I've ran an entire city. I have leadership legal experience. I've ran an entire legal department. I know how to trade, and I have traded, and I have built an academy around trading. I understand the business. Every facet of a skill set that you would need in order to make a company like this successful, I hold in my hand. I possess the very skills necessary in order to make this one of the best companies in this space that ever has existed. But I'll tell you, getting me here was no easy feat. And I don't hide that. It was in shambles, it was a mess, it was all types of stuff. There was a lot of work that has taken place in order for BFX to be BFX. It is not by chance, it's not by happenstance, it's because of investment and sacrifice. Many of you have been handed a multi-million-dollar business at no cost to you, barely no cost to you. You didn't have to make the investment. You didn't have to convince people to come. You didn't have to build the thing. You didn't have to stay up all through the night to make sure the thing worked. You didn't have to troubleshoot anything. You didn't have to fill out the applications and ensure that these pieces of the puzzle were right. You didn't have to get on with the lawyers and argue back and forth to negotiate agreements. You didn't have to negotiate the agreements or draft them. We have spoon-fed you one of the best businesses that ever existed in this space, and all we told you to do was share it. Everybody type share in the chat. All we asked you to do was just tell people about it. I didn't ask you to show up to work and answer the customer support tickets. I didn't ask you to come teach. I didn't ask you to do any of those things. You know why? I don't need you to do those things. I don't need you to do what most people really needed you to do. I don't need your money. I don't need your money to build this business. We're almost $4 million invested already. You think I need your $60? You think I need your $100? I don't need your money to take your money to build something that I've already built. The ship is preparing for takeoff. Now, whether or not you're going to buckle up and be in a seat or not, that has nothing to do with what we've built. Whether or not you're going to be here or not has nothing to do about where it's not going to stop the trajectory of where we're going. Because we're going. This is different. This is different. And I've had the opportunity to sit and listen and talk to marketers who have been hurt over and over and over again. They built businesses and all of a sudden their revenue just declines overnight, or the company goes away overnight. And if I could be quite honest, this is my rescue mission. This is my rescue mission. And I'm not just trying to save the traders who've been hurt in all these other companies. I'm also trying to save the marketer that's been hurt at all these other companies. So while some marketers out there on the outside looking in, talking about this and that, they don't understand that there is actually healing in the land happening here. They don't understand their place of refuge is really here. They don't get that yet, but they'll get it. But my job ain't to convince them. That ain't my job. They told me if you build it, they will come. Listen, I understand that there's a calling on my life, and in this moment, there's a call on yours too. If you're not, you wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have, in this moment, locked brains and hearts with each other. And since we have done that, you have spent the time to do that, let's change the world. What if we actually do care? What if everything we have is real? What if Dave is who he say he is? An owner who's really who he is? What if I actually do have the heart, intentions, and integrity to take this business around the world? What if that's possible? And wouldn't that mean that you're first? Wouldn't that also mean that you have a chance of a freaking lifetime? And if you don't think that, you're on the wrong call. Don't come to the next one. If you don't feel that, you're in the wrong place. And it's not my job to convince people what their tomorrow is going to be. Look, I had a choice at some point. I told you about that. I was going to try to be the best network marketer, the best trader in the world, right? And I had showed my wife, was like, look, I could be a chairman 250. We make 250,000 a month and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to go to these states and blah, 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 blah. In my mind, I was going to put my all into it. Some of you have chosen that you want to be the best networkers in the world. You really want to exceed and excel above and beyond. I want to arm you with what you need to make everything you think is possible. That's my job. I'm committed to doing my job. But what I'm not committed to doing is begging. And I think that is so important. I keep saying it. It's so important because I don't want you to beg nobody. It's like, and please, I don't mean this any disrespectful way. It's like parents and children. Children model parents' behavior. My son and daughter are trying to start businesses. My daughter's 10. My son is 6. He's trying to sell stuff. He's writing books. You know what? They're modeling behavior. Your people will model your behavior. You will teach them indirectly of how they should posture themselves in the market. They're going to model you. Please model me for a second. I'm not asking nobody more than once. I don't need you. We don't need your money, but we want everybody. We want everybody that's going to be good partners that share our heart, our mission, and our vision for whatever purpose that they come for. Some people will be pure marketers. They want the comp plan. We want you. Some people want the products. We want you. Some people want all of it. We want you, but we don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I know what we've done. Did you hear what I've done? We have been willing to pay the price, and we have paid a very high price for me to stand here. I'm only able to stand here and tell you what I'm telling you because of the price I paid. I paid the price to tell you I don't need you here. Most people haven't paid that price. They need you. They do need you. They need you to come take their comp plan and figure out how to make them some money so they can build the next piece of their business. I have built my business, and I'm offering it to you. I'm offering my multi-million-dollar business to you. And I'm saying, partner with me in my multi-million-dollar venture to save people around the world. Please hear me. Please feel me. Because this is the reality of how I walk around and how I will walk around every single day, because I know what we have. We have products and services that people will not be able to afford outside of our platform. If you go to my platform right now, rfx.academy, put it in the chat, go sign up for the same education in BFX for $500 a month. If you don't believe me, I will happily take your $500 because I take it from everybody else. And that's just my education. It includes no signals. It includes any crypto education. It includes no crypto. It includes none of that. Mobile. You can get none of that. You can get none of that. I know what I'm in possession of. I know what we're offering, and it's one of the best offers that ever existed in this space. It's one of the best offers that will ever exist in this space. You go find it somewhere else and show it to me. And then show me the credentials behind it. Show me the team behind it. Show me the educators behind it. Go show it to me. I'm looking for it. I know what we've done. I know what we're about to do. And that excites the heck out of me, because we truly have water for thirsty people around the world. People are truly looking for ways to maximize their income, to supplement their income. We literally have opportunities where you can literally earn money while you're learning how to trade. Or even if you don't want to learn, we have opportunities for you to. We literally have what people are looking for. And all you have to do is open your mouth and share it. And I'm excited to have you. So please never take my directness as ungratefulness, because I'm grateful for all of my partners, but they will be partners. I have responsibilities on the corporate side, and the marketers have responsibility on the marketing side, just like the customer has responsibility on the customer side. We're not placating, we ain't babysitting either. We offer a product that works if you work it. I'm not sitting here finna go to class, go to class, go to class. No, you signed up for class, go to class. Stop calling me. Look, tell them to stop calling you and tell them to go to class. That's what they paid for. They didn't pay you to teach them. So many of these companies get it wrong. Stop trying to be marketer and educator. You're not. Do your part. I got the rest. I don't need you to help me on the other side. I don't need no help. I hired help. All the help I need, I pay them. So listen to me, dear marketer. Welcome to your soft season. Welcome to the season of life that you've entered into that you didn't even know existed, where all you have to do is be what you thought you needed to be in the beginning. But all these companies have bruised you and damaged you and caused great trauma. So you feel like you have to be everything and everybody. Here you don't have to be. And if it feels too good to be true, just let it be that way until I prove you different. Let me handle it. Let me take responsibility for the things you traditionally have to take responsibility for. Send it to me. Let me handle it. Let us get it. Let our customer support team take care of it. Let us fix it. Let the educators teach for a change. Don't try to have team meetings where you got additional value because your trader don't trade better than our trader. You don't do nothing but hurt yourself. We've done the work for you. We've laid the framework and the foundation for you. We've done it for you. If you allow it. And if not, you'll suffer. Simple. It's simple. It's just a matter of time. I've heard all different types of scenarios of how this does not work. I've watched it over the years. I've watched it not work year after year. I've watched companies come. I've watched them go. I've watched them come. I've watched them go. I have offers from a lot of different ones. This is your chance. This is your shot. This is our moment together. And I'm grateful and I'm excited to partner with you. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Courtney R. Logan, Esquire, CTA, and you've all been incredible. And I'm looking forward to partnering with you and working with you. Welcome to BFX. Welcome home. It is the last place you'll ever have to build in your entire life. I plan to be here for the long run. It's the last thing I'll ever do. We are building this. We are future-proofing this. And for me, this is my first time and my last time in MLM. So welcome home. James, thanks.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. God. Man, send me the link. Send me the link. Mr. Logan, do you have a couple minutes for 3 or 4 questions? If you do, sir. Or
absolutely, yes.
If you have any questions for Mr. Logan, please raise your hand and I'll go ahead and bring you up. Any questions for Mr. Logan or any comments? Please raise your hand and I'll go ahead and bring you up. Kyrie, the floor is yours, sir.
All right. First and foremost, thank you. First of all, before my thank yous, James, once again, I thank you, good brother. I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for, and I'm use this a lot, opening us up to your network. And brother Courtney, we met when I came out to Cali. I'm the tall guy. We both.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I remember you, bro.
Yeah, we both got some. We got 2 things in common, actually. You know, I'm in the spoken word world now.
Yes.
You know, and when you're talking about that Series 3 license, yeah, very tough, very hard, because you know.
Yes.
Hey,
look, you tell people that it's really, really hard to really quantify like how tough it really, really is. Like it is the hardest test I've ever taken. It really,
bro, let me tell you something. You think it was hard for you? That was the work that I was doing on a day-to-day basis. I used to make. So you already know, man. But first and foremost, bro, and I'm not gonna stay long, man. I definitely want to. I know I speak for everybody when I say thank you. But I tell you what, and you just reignited what I felt when I came out there to Cali, because again, I saw the information prior, but James was like, "Nah, fly him out." They flew me out, and when sitting there in the presentations, credentials, all that is good stuff. But what locked me in, man, was I heard yours and Mr. Wiltz. I heard y'all heart. I heard your hearts, and I recognized, okay, all right, now let's start shaking the dust off. I'm like, okay, I have to get some clarity. I'm in. I'm locked in. And again, you said a number of things, like, and James is expressing. We've been on this journey for a minute, and a lot of us have a lot of bumps and bruises in this space. And, with regards to how you guys have laid this out, how you thoroughly prepared this launch, and we're still in the pre-launch, but you prepared, and so we're not waking up to the website being gone tomorrow. you know, and as I proclaim with BFX, this company, this journey, we're no longer, it's no more guesswork.
Right.
We're learning, earning, and churning the bag. And so, with that being said, man, once again, thank you for all you shared. Thank you for your presence, your leadership, man. And I'll keep, and I'll pray specific over you and your family and everybody on this line. I'm stoked. That's it. So, with that being said, once again, good brother, thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
All right, Eric Wesley, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Mine's quick, real quick. Look, I talked to somebody in Vegas a couple of days ago, so I knew this opportunity was for what I needed, because I've been in those that have here today, gone tomorrow also. I made a lot of money, a lot of passive income money in this space over the past 18 months. It's been life-changing, but BFX was what I know I needed to go to the next level. My question is real quick. On your shirt, you have RFX. What is that? Did you talk about that? Did I miss that?
Sure. Yeah. So RFX Academy was my educational platform before BFX ever existed. So initially, I was engaged just to license my education. That's how I got to meeting Dave and the rest of the crew. They were looking for an educational platform in order to pair with their other offerings. So RFX Academy is my educational platform that I built from scratch with my educators. And that's a part of the BFX offering. So you have my RFX Academy as a piece of the offering in BFX Standard.
Thank you. That's all. I just wanted clarity on that. Not an issue. I appreciate it. Look
No
forward
problem.
to seeing you at the top.
Thank you, sir.
Troy, the crypto prophet, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, James. Once again, brother, you know how I feel about you. I appreciate you. I try to make that a point every morning to let you know.
I appreciate you.
Mr. Logan, how you doing, sir?
I'm wonderful, man. I'm wonderful.
Hey, I had a awesome time with you, sir. You and your lovely wife. I really appreciate you guys. We even went and had some good sandwiches, man. I appreciate all that. My question was to you, because a lot of people are reaching out to me, and I just kind of wanted you to clear it up.
Sure.
Is the regarding the androids and the swipe trading, do we have a time frame yet for that?
Sure. So we have been working on behind the scenes. We've been working on a new bill for it, completely on separate servers. And if anybody here has not seen the State of the Union address that we did, you literally should go back and watch it. And you can see that. I think it's like BFX. I'll send you the link, James. You can send out to everybody. If you have not seen the State of the Union address, you should go back and watch it, because we show all of the updates for the swipe trades and the algorithm. They are a must. You definitely need to go see that. As far as a time frame, I'm looking probably at a week or two for the rollout of that, because it's finished, but we're testing it, and we want to ensure that when we roll it out, it's prepared. It's actually prepared for our full launch. So probably about a week or two to answer the question directly, Troy. It could be sooner, but I would say a week or two from now.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Once
No
again,
problem.
thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions before we let Mr. Logan go? Any other questions or statements or comments? All right, we got Kelly. Kelly, the floor is yours.
Hi, Kelly.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, Kelly. If you can, go ahead and unmute yourself. All right.
Okay, let me see. Am I on there now? No.
You are here. We can hear you.
Okay. I comment. I'm just Kelly, Jenny from the block. I just want to make me some money. Thank you.
Love it.
Great. Let's see. All right, family. Well, you know what? I think that's it, Mr. Logan. This call is recorded. I'll have this up here very, very short. If you look in the chat, the State of the Union is there. The link is there. Go ahead and grab that link and take a look at the State of the Union. Again, you'll understand exactly where we're headed as well. So guys, I want to just say this, or last thing, Mr. Logan, can you just, first of all, we appreciate the promo. And I've been explaining to the team, you did that for us as a favor. The company is actually making nothing, actually losing for us to build our business, to create stories, to create success, to be able to say, hey, listen, I put $60 into a business and I'm making now $2,000 a week, $1,000 a week, $500 a week, versus I put $50,000 into I don't know where, and I'm making $500 a week back on the money I put up. That's going to take me 2 years to get back to be in profit. We got to get people, if you can, I know you got so many people are still stuck on this fast money that don't exist. Could you just touch on the promo? And we can lose the promo at any time based on performance and the other things that we discussed, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, you have to understand. So let me go back just for a few seconds.
Take your time.
When I was approached about this project, I heard the old saying, "We just want to help people." Now, I'll tell you, I don't know about you, but I've heard that a lot over my small tenure in this space. I've heard a lot of people, we just want to help people, when realistically the only people they really want to help was their pockets. And what got me over that hurdle and what really disarmed me in the beginning was this concept or idea that we wanted to offer all of this value for a very, very small price. Because I just learned a long time ago, if you just follow the money, if you want to see what the people's intent is, just follow the money. Like, it ain't rocket science. That's what the lawyers do. That's what the prosecutors do. All we do, the feds, all we do, we just follow the money. You want to see what somebody really doing and what they really think? Let's see what they do with their money. So when I came to this project and they told me we want to help a lot of people, so oh, here we go again. And they said, but yeah, we want to offer all of this for $60 a month. And I said, oh, y'all really want to help somebody. Because if it's not accessible, how can you help somebody? Does everybody agree with that? Let me know in the chat. Maybe I'm off. I could be wrong. But if you truly want to help somebody and you have the help to help those people, it has to be accessible to those people that you're trying to help. If not, you can't help them. So I was sold on the idea that they really wanted to help people, not because of what they said. Don't listen to what I say. I said I got a license. Go find them. I don't need you to listen to what I say and just believe me. I need you to believe me. Just look at the work. The Bible says, you know, a tree by its fruit. Look at the fruit we're bearing. Look at the work that we've produced. Wait till you see your updated back office. I didn't say that out loud, did it? Okay. So they said $60 a month, and I said, okay, y'all are really serious. It wasn't until that moment that I was like, oh, y'all really want to help some people. Same as here. On top of our price point being more than discounted, more than wholesale at this point, for us to say, you know what, we'll take even another hit. We'll take away the money we would make on the front end, blah, 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 to ensure what? People can get access. We gave that to you. So people can be like, oh, it's $150. It's blah, blah, blah. Nope, $60. Shut up. We're taking away the excuses from people. There is no excuse. They'll spend that at Applebee's. What's the excuse? And this is so important because in this part of the business, sifting and sorting. Everybody talk. We sifting and sorting. More importantly, taking away the excuses. But even better, we're arming you. Again, my job is to arm and equip you. I name another company in the space that you can get in for $60 right now. Name one. Go. Okay. Right. So I've armed you with a competitive edge over all of the competitors in this space. Come try it out. 320s, 610s. Come try it out. Come check it out. Come try it out. Come check it out. How much is it? It ain't that much. $60. Come try it out. Come check it out. We've done that because of the relationship with James. We've done that because of what we believe is possible once people truly understand what it is that we have. We did it for you. I didn't do it for me. We did it for you. I'm not out here selling it. So I need to make sure the people that are have what they need in order to be effective. So please take advantage of it. There's no point in you having the gift if you ain't gonna use it. I might as well take the gift back. Give it to somebody else. Just make it regular price. So this is a small window of opportunity. And like all windows, they will close at some point. So take advantage of it and tell people to come try it. You know, look, they ain't gonna believe you. Look, let me help some people too. All right, James, you might lose a few people here. Look, these people have been lied to, they've been beat up, they've been bruised. They've been told everything you're gonna say already, right? Even after you say my name, because they don't know who the heck I am, they're gonna be like, yep, sound like the same thing I've been in before, and it didn't work. You have to understand the nature of the market. Forex and crypto specifically, when you're dealing with marketers and when you're dealing with people that's done this before, right? Don't be mad at these people when they tell you no. Don't be mad at these people because somebody done made them lose their hard-earned money based on lies and false promises. Don't be mad at these people. It's just not their time. They will come around too. If you're consistent and persistent and we do exactly what we're saying we're going to do and we're still around, some of those people are going to be second wave and third wave people, and that's okay. Show them some grace. The same grace you would want to be shown if you lost your money. Same grace you would want to be shown if you had put your money in something and it disappeared overnight and now you're afraid and you're gun shy. Show them people some grace and some mercy. They'll come back around to you. But at the same token, there's a new 21-year-old every day that's not been hurt, that has not lost money in the market, that doesn't know what Forex is and want to learn, and that don't know what crypto is and want to learn. You probably walked past 50 of those people in the last week. Right. So I wanted to say that because I hear and I'm getting feedback from marketers like, man, they don't want to do it again. The marketers don't want to do it again because they didn't blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, I'm not them, but there's no convincing them. And there's no convincing some of them that we're not them. For some of those people, we're going to be the enemy until we're not. And how do you do that? Go out and bear some fruit somewhere else. Go bear some fruit. Oh, is it up? Is it live? The back office update's live?
Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Man,
Is it
listen.
live? It's live right now?
Man,
Absolutely beautiful.
No,
I gotta push away from the coffee right now, man. I might pass out.
Hey, look, man. I got some more updates for y'all too. I just don't know what I can say and what I can't
Say it all. Say it all. If you want Courtney to give us all the updates, please.
Man.
Please do.
Hey, give me the handle. I'm gonna log into my account real quick. I didn't know it was live for everybody yet. Really, hold on. I'm finna log in so everybody can see it.
Man, listen.
Speak on it, Kyrie. We trying to listen.
Bro, I'm sitting here, man, like pulling out the platinum in my beard. Just
it's live. It is live. Okay. All right, let me share the screen, G. All right, hold on. Give me co-host. All right, cool. So listen, this is let me make this commitment to you too. I'm a perfectionist. Not to a fault anymore. It used to be to a fault. I'm a perfectionist. And I won't stop. I'm not gonna stop until literally this thing is perfected. And again, that is a journey. So it's gonna be nonstop work for us, all of us, in order to get this thing to where we want to be. But I'll tell you, the work that we've done just in the last 3 months have been incredible. And this back office redesign, shout out to our creative director, Tony, and our back office team. It is incredible. Hold on, let me share this. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So it's live. Apparently it's live now. I showed James a sneak preview of it when we were together. Here, let me close that. But this is the new back office redesign. And we worked really hard on it. We had some creative direction from Tony, and we took that to figure out from the tech team what was practical. So now we're gonna have, you got your app downloads here. You're gonna have your tutorials, which we've already started recording. We recorded a set of tutorials already for how to hook up the algorithm, how to pay, with the wallet, blah, 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 blah. You're gonna have your marketing, here are your marketing links. You have all your resources, like the comp plan, the PowerPoint, all this stuff is gonna be down here, your commissions, access, of course, to your platforms, your ranks, all that stuff will be right here for you. Qualified, whether or not you're current or not, 3 and free, whether you qualify for not, when's your next payment. Like we really took a lot of time to kind of rethink our look and our feel to match our overall branding. What do you guys think?
Man, listen, man.
Amazing.
Whoa.
I think it's outstanding. Is there going to be is there going to be an auto draft?
Yeah, I can't say that yet, but maybe, just maybe, I'm working on a new wallet solution that might have with direct withdrawals to your bank account too.
Exactly.
But I don't know if I can say that just
You
yet.
can say it. You can say it. You can
I
say
don't
it.
know if I can. I don't know if I can tell y'all that this is the most incredible place you've ever worked, ever. I don't know if I can say. I don't know if I can tell them, James, that we just secured a merchant and we finna have credit card payments and debit.
Oh, you can say it. Say it one more time.
Not one though. Come on, tell them, brother. Tell them.
I can't say that out loud. I'm gonna be quiet because all I can tell you is, if you ain't caught it, you ain't gonna catch it. That's it. It is what it is. And I'm not in the business of convincing you. If you don't understand that you tied to some winners, I can't explain that to you. I'm a winner. I win. I that's all I've done in my life. I gave you the journey. I come from the bottom of the barrel where the drugs got mixed. And if you can't figure out, you done found some type of way to partner with some real people that's about to do some real amazing things, I ain't got nothing else to tell you. It don't matter what the back office look like. It don't matter what products we rolling on next. You ain't caught it. You ain't gonna catch it. I'm here to win. They brought me in because I'm a winner, and I'm here to win. And I ain't here to win small. I'm here to win real big. So, hi, winners. Y'all ready to win?
Yes, sir. Man,
Let's go.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Are you kidding me? Man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Can I just say one, bro?
I'm
sir?
so fired up.
You said something. It was one of, I don't know if it was the State of the Union. It was one of them. I see everything and I share everything. But long story short, you was expressing that you could have launched this a year ago or 2 ago, but you wanted to do it right. And I'm gonna say this, man. In this space, we come across a lot of shiny objects, and I tell you what's really differentiate, because I get people reaching out to me all the time, but I was watching them from across the street because I was like, nah, but I'm not even looking at them no more, or not even my peripheral, because you took your time. You guys spared no expense in what you have laid out for us. And it just keeps getting gooder and gooder and gooder, man. I truly appreciate you, bro. And I'm back in school. excited about being back in RFX Academy, that is. I'm back in school, family. This right here, man, listen, all right, man.
I'll see you in class.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Logan, I do have a question. We have a great Spanish leader, great Spanish leaders, I should say. Porfirio, he's on the Zoom. Want to, show some love to Porfirio and Maria. She's really focusing on, on the Spanish speaking community. Can you kind of touch on any goals, updates, thoughts on that?
Sure. So first I will ask them, have they seen the Spanish education that we have on the platform? Yeah, man.
Wow.
That would be my first question. That's an actual live question. I actually want to answer to that question.
Maria, can you pull your hands out the cookies real quick and type it in?
I'm gonna log in from my other computer as well.
And while you're doing that, if you've been getting paid here without asking for your money, without begging, without waiting for the release of your money, when you wake up in the morning, if your money is in your wallet, type a 1 in the chat. There's so many people on my team is making money, had no idea. I had to. They're like, oh my God, I got money.
And not only that, James, but when we do our withdrawal, they literally hit our personal wallets. Let me see, a couple times, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Kind of unheard of in this space.
Oh my God. Also,
to add to that, the AI is around what? Well, I'm at 85% ROI right now. Come on now.
Wow.
Is that Troy? Because Troy don't even know what he's doing and he making money like that.
that would be Troy.
From 75 to 85%.
Give it back to Courtney. But I also wanted to recognize another huge leader here, great friend of mine. We go back. Martin is on the line. This brother, oh my God, I just seen him. This man right here is amazing. Teresa, we really want to support, the upcoming groups that are looking to really take BFX around the world. So it's over to you, Mr. Logan.
All right, thanks. Let me, I'm pulling up something right now because I think this is important for not just the industry. I think this is important for everybody to know because they might encounter our Spanish speaking counterparts. And a lot of us, need to spend time. I've heard this over and over from company. Spend time in the back office. Go press some buttons so you can understand what you truly have instead of, because you have more than a comp plan, I promise. You have a lot. So let me pull up MarketNest real quick. And for those that don't know, MarketNest is our educational platform. Let me share my screen. I need the co-host, please. Thank you. All right. Everybody see MarketNest? Are we there? Yeah? No?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right. Everybody see the button say RFX Espanol. Right at the top. Right at the top. It's right at the top. Click that. Somebody tell me what Spanish, what language this was.
Wow.
Hola y bienvenidos a RFX. Mi nombre es Majesty Kid y estoy muy excitado para invitarte a RFX Academy y para empezar este viaje entre el mundo de Forex contigo. Y soy muy honorable para que estás tomando este viaje con nosotros y estoy muy excitado para enseñarte todo lo que sepa sobre el mundo, sobre el loco mundo de Forex. ¿Ok? Pues para empezar, quiero darte algunas expectaciones para que lo estés preparado para empezar este viaje. porque mucha gente que están empezando este viaje no sepan qué deberían expectar y cosas como eso, especialmente en este programa. Okay, pero para empezar,
So this is
no
the
quiero que
intro
te
video
apures este video.
talking about expectations, right? But if we scroll down, these are all training videos.
Wow.
All of them in Spanish, right? It's the entire our Spanish version of the Forex Academy that teaches candlesticks, bid spread X, lot sizes, what are those, pips, base quote, how we look at currencies. It's all here, right? And we'll keep expanding this as well. But this is the basic how to get started in Forex content already recorded in Spanish, James.
I mean, Maria, anything, or Martin or Porfirio or Teresa, is there anything you wanted to ask in regards to anything else?
Why are you leaving out the Panamanian guy? Yo quiero aprender. Yo nací en español un poquito. This
you don't count. You don't count. How much more time do we have with you, Courtney? Because if we have a few more minutes, I think
You only had 10 minutes today.
Oh, 10 minutes? Okay.
Dang. What's up?
Any more questions for Courtney? PowerPoints, that was a question.
They're going to be uploading back office. Remember, we got that new website redesign. So now there's a place for that stuff to go. That's why we redesigned it that way. So there's actually a place where we can put it.
Got it. I guess
we have the Spanish PowerPoint. Yes, we actually have the PowerPoint already translated into 13 languages. I have it in a folder.
Oh, you know what, Courtney? One last thing, because I know
You said that already.
Grab you. As far as the app, can you?
I'm messing with him, y'all. By the way, I'm just messing. Go ahead.
As far as the app is concerned, and I know it does, but how many languages does the app change to or able to change to?
I'll be lying to you if I told you number off my head. I just know if you go to settings, it'll actually pop up. Hold on, let me see if I can see. Language. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 languages right now. English, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, French, Russian, and Chinese.
Amazing.
Right now.
Amazing.
Standing.
Amazing. All right. Well, is there anyone else that has any questions or comments for Mr. Logan? If not, we'll go ahead and.
Hello.
One
Can you hear me? Oh, go ahead.
Please raise your hand, though, just so we can we don't step over.
How do I do that now?
No worries. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Okay, so I think it will be fine if we have infographics that summarize some of our basic products instead of just the PDF that is about 20 up to 20 pages. We can have just short infographics, especially for social media postings and all that.
Okay, something we can take into consideration. I think another thing that you can do too, I'm pulling up something I want to show you for now, is you can go to the website. If you go to the shop page on the website, right, it has a summary of each product that we actually offer right here, how it works, what it is. We're working on product specific videos to put here. But over here, you'll see exactly what the product offerings are. And it explains, so you can literally use this. You can actually capture this as a screen grab, just this portion. You say, well, what is Marking as on the Forex side? Well, it's our advanced video education platform to teaching for strategies for Forex trading, right? And this explains what that piece of the offering is. So everything is explained here. So this is a good place where you can go, real quick if you needed some information to kind of see piece by piece what we offer. Does that help, Kelvin?
Wow.
Kelvin?
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully that helped.
Anybody else? One or two more, and then we'll go ahead and go.
Hi, James, Mr. Courtney,
Hey.
Maria. This is Martin. And I just want to say that I'm really impressed with what you've done, Mr. Courtney, and all your team. And I known about this platform already for like 2 months, but I didn't want to see it until a few days ago when I got more information, and I'm really impressed. Okay, thank you for what you've done to everybody. I have a question. I saw right now you were scrolling on your page, and it said that start with $60. Is that going to stay for $60 to begin for everybody, or because I saw it right here right now?
Yeah, so yes. So it's right now it's $150 to start. That's our price point for the customer. $60 a month, right? We're not going to stay $60 a month forever, right? At some point it will go to $99 a month. As far as the offering, to be quite honest, I could justify a $300 price per month for the value in exchange for the value that we give. But we do know for sure at some point it will go to $99 a month.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was actually misinforming people. I say, oh, it's going to be $150 a month. So,
nope.
I'm gonna...
150 right now, $150 to start, $60 a month monthly, right? So I'm recording. I can't say that. I'll tell James later. So yeah, $150 a month, $150 to start one time, $60 a month. Okay, that is where we are for customers.
Oh my God. I was doing it wrong then. Okay, good then.
It's better.
It's better. It's much better. I like it.
You can pay for the year up front. There are yearly options and there's quarterly options as well. You can pay for the quarter, you can pay for the year. All of those options are on the website as well. But yes, you can pay for the year up front. So, and I think it's probably in your interest, if you plan to be around for a while, probably in your interest to do so.
Well, it's if half of this, it's going to work, the ways, it's introduced. I mean, this company can be here for a long time. Only because it was promised,
Listen, you got to think. I showed up with a piece of it already done. So here's a difference too. I'm gonna be here for 4 hours. I got a feeling. Here's the difference from how we built this business compared to some of our counterparts. Let's just say it that way. Traditionally, what I've seen, and this is my experience, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. I don't claim to know everything. Traditionally, there's a comp plan built, and then there's products and services put around a comp plan. All right. We've re-engineered this thing differently. We went out and partnered with people who already had working products and services. We bought an algorithm from a hedge fund that already had a track record. We got education from my platform. We had already been teaching for years. We didn't just start teaching yesterday. Right? We went out and got educators who had already had their own platforms, already had their students already, that's already teaching. Right, and say, hey, partner with us, right? We have products and services that will sell independently and do sell independently in the market right now. They already were selling before BFX ever existed, right? Then after we partner with those people, then it's like, okay, how do we figure out how to charge, right? So the comp plan went first. The products and services existed before a comp plan was ever built. It already existed. RFX Academy, you can go look up when it was incorporated. It existed years before a BFX was ever even thought of, right? And I think that's what makes us so dynamic and why we've been able to compress time and do so much so quick is because we've partnered with industry professionals and experts in their individual spaces. Like our creative designer, our creative director, he's been doing this for years and years of designing. So the redesign of the back office, it took him a little time, but once he saw what the vision was, he was able to make it happen. I have a team full of people like that. I have a team full of professionals. We don't have any kids. This is not amateur hour. This is not amateur hour. In order to play on my team, you have to be at a high caliber and a high level. You have to match. If you don't match, you can't be on my team. And that's how you guys should market. I'm so serious about this. You should market the same way I'm recruiting talent. If you don't match me, you can't be on my squad. This ain't, everybody's not invited to go on this ride. This one ain't for everybody. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry just can't go this time. Find your best people, cultivate your best people, work with your best people, because those people are going to bring you your best people. All right, I'm done, James. I'm done, James.
Thank you for that great answer. Okay, and I'm looking forward to build the team with with my team here. James.
Looking forward to working with you.
Maria. Maria.
Thank you.
Well, God bless everybody here. We're glad you had an opportunity. Can we just give Mr. Logan a round of applause for his time, and Mrs. Logan for letting him get on the call? Can we give them both a round of applause? Just type a $ in the chat. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Mr. Logan.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. All right, family. So, hey, tonight is the debut of the YTM movement. Type that in the chat. If you got youth, listen to me. If you got youth that wants to learn, okay, you're going to hear tonight from none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jalen Edwards. You have no idea. You're going to hear from the man, Colin. Tonight is going down. And I want to say this before we disconnect. This is why I'm so excited about this program, because I know we already got live events getting set up. We got tours getting set up. We can legally talk about what we're doing, and we know we're hurting nobody. If if you sit back and you realize what we really possess in our hands right now, we have right now over 40 people in our team getting weekly checks already. Type 40 in the chat. That's fire. In less than 6 weeks, we got 40 people getting weekly paychecks, guys. We're not talking a commission.
Compañía hace la mitad lo que dicen que tienen, ¿verdad?
We're talking weekly checks. That is already happening. The question is, how many of the people on your team will be getting weekly checks? All right. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you tonight on the YTM live Zoom opportunity. Information will be up and be posted real soon. God bless. See you all at the top. Bye-bye now.